My dear students of class 10, today we will read and discuss the next part of the text, The Thief Story by Ruskin Bond. You know, here in this story, the name of the thief is Hari Singh, right? Though that is not his real name, and the name of the employer is Anil, right? And Anil recruited him, that Hari Singh, as his servant, right? Now, from the first question, that read and find out how does the thief think Anil will react to the theft. So from this question we can draw the point that a thief will steal something from Anil, right? So how does the thief think Anil will react? Okay, so when Anil will see that thief, means that boy actually has stolen something from him, so how will he react? Very important question that we will see here in this text. What does he say about the different reactions of people when they are robbed? Different reactions of people means there's some greedy people, some are very much what, angry or rich man, greedy man, rich man, then also poor man. So we will see all these things here in this text, and how will they react when they are robbed, and does Anil realize that he has been robbed? Does Anil feel that he has been robbed? Okay, means someone stole something from him, and does he realize that? Yes or no? That we have to find out. Let's start. Anil was asleep. Asleep means in sleep. So Anil was in sleep. A beam of moonlight stepped over the balcony and fell on the bed. A beam of moonlight means a glimmer of moonlight. So that was a moonlit night, right? Not kind of dark night, but moonlit night. So a beam of moonlight stepped over the balcony, means that was coming through the balcony, right? And fell on the bed, and also that was crossing the balcony and falling on the bed. I sat up on the floor. I means Hari Singh, right? Sat up on the floor, considering the situation. Means he was thinking about the situation, the position. If I took the money, I could catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow. Okay, so he was just thinking what he will do, right? About his future initiatives, future steps. Then he thought, if I took the money, that money means the money that has been received by Anil, okay, after selling the book to one publisher. So that money, okay, and he was planning to steal that money from Anil. So he thought, if I took the money, I could catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow, means one express train that will go to Lucknow, and that is at 10:30. Slipping out of the blanket, I crept up to the bed. Means slipping out of, just coming out of the blanket, the cover. I crept up to the bed. What is crept up? Means kind of crawl or to go, right? To go, to move slowly and carefully, especially in order to avoid noticed or other things. Means you will go in a way so that no one will understand, no one will notice you. That is, so crept up to the bed. Anil was sleeping peacefully. He was sleeping peacefully. His face was clear, okay, and unlined. Unlined means if you look at the next page, you will get the meaning, that is without any tension, worry, or anxiety. Okay, that's why without any line or unlined means when you are tensed, okay, then you can find many lines on your face. So he was very much tension free. That's why his face was kind of clear, unlined, right? Then even I had more marks on my face. Means he was a thief. So it was normal that he will be tensed. That's why even I had more marks on my face. Though mine were mostly skirts. So what is skirts? What are skirts? Cut marks. Right? If for example means you fell down and kind of cut marks. So scars. My hand slid under the mattress. Slid under means just put under the mattress, and that is secretly put under, just put, okay, under the mattress. Searching for the notes. He was searching for the notes. When I found them, I drew them out without a sound. When the thief, Hari Singh, found the money, he drew them out. Okay, he took them out without a sound, without making any kind of noise. Anil sighed in his sleep. Okay, means he took a deep breath in his sleep and turned on his side. So he turned on the side of the thief towards me actually. I was startled and quickly crawled out of the room. I was startled. Startled means he thought, oh, now he got just discovered or watched, and now he will catch him. That's why startled means kind of surprised. Okay, so startled and what? And quickly, just he went outside of the room without making any noise. When I was on the road, I began to run. When just he came to road, he was running. I had the notes on my waist. He kept the notes on means at his waist. Okay, held there by the string of my pajamas. So you wear tracksuits, pajamas. The thief was also wearing pajamas. So he was keeping the notes at his waist and holding there by the string of my pajamas, by the strings, the thread, okay, the lace or the cord of his pajamas. So he tied the notes along with the thread or lace or cord of his pajamas. I slowed down to a walk and counted the notes. 600 rupees in 50s. Then he slowed down his speed and counted the notes. 600 rupees in 50s. So means 50 rupees notes, okay, and total 600 means 12. Okay, number 12. Okay, so 12 notes of 50 rupees, 600. I could live like an oil rich Arab for a week or two. So after discovering, okay, or after counting the money, he declared that he could live like an oil rich Arab. Arab means the citizen, okay, of the Arab country. Means, you know, it is popular for the crude oil, and sell they sell oil and they just get money. So, and they are very much rich, right? So he could spend 1 or 2 weeks, a week or two, 1 or 2 weeks, like those Arab people, right? Means he could spend a luxurious life for 1 or 2 weeks with the money. When I reached the station, I did not stop at the ticket office, ticket counter. So when the narrator, the here actually the thief, yes. So when he reached the station, he did not stop at the ticket office, ticket counter. Why? I had never bought a ticket in my life. Means he never purchased ticket in his life, but dashed straight to the platform. That means ran towards the platform. The Lucknow Express was just moving out, just depart, means going to depart. Okay, just going to depart the platform. The train had still to pick up speed. So means just started and still it was going to take up speed or pick up speed, means that was just going very slowly, and I should have been able to jump into one of the carriages, but I hesitated. So he could have jumped into one of the compartments of the train, but he hesitated. What is hesitation? Means he was thinking what to do, right? He paused, he stopped, right? So means he couldn't take the decision whether he will catch the train or not. For some reason I can't explain. Means why did he hesitate? That he couldn't explain. And I lost the chance to get away. Means the train went away and he lost the chance to catch the train. When the train had gone, I found myself standing alone on the deserted platform. So when the train departed, he discovered himself standing alone on the deserted, means empty, okay, empty platform. I had no idea where to spend the night. He did not have any idea where to spend that night because he lost the chance to get away into the train. Now he had nowhere to go and he had no idea where to spend that night. I had no friends, believing that friends were more trouble than help. So, as he was a thief, so for a thief, it was problematic to keep friends because then the police can catch that friend and can arrest, can get the information about the thief and can catch. That's why it was kind of trouble. And I did not want to make anyone curious by staying at one of the small hotels near the station. So besides stations there are many small hotels. So you can take one room on rent and you can stay. But he was a boy of 15 years old, okay, and if he stays there, others will be eager to know about him. That's why he did not want to take the chance to make other people curious about him, right? So that's why he said, means he did not want to make anyone curious by staying at one of the small hotels near the station. So if he had money, he could have stayed, but he did not want to make others curious. The only person I knew really well was the man I had robbed. So the only person he knew was the man he robbed, means he stole the money from. That was Anil. Okay. Leaving the station, I walked slowly through the bazaar. So after leaving the station, he was walking slowly through the bazaar market. In my short career as a thief, see, a thief and a career, okay, I had made a study of men's faces when they had lost their goods. So, in his short career, he observed the faces of human beings, right? The greedy man showed fear, the rich man showed anger, and the poor man showed acceptance. Means when they are robbed, okay, the greedy man showed fear. Fear. Why? Because he is very greedy. So if someone steals something from him, then means he gets frightened, right? So showed fear. The rich man showed anger. Rich man obviously will try to show up his power. That's why he becomes angry and tries to take actions, right? And the poor man showed acceptance. The poor man didn't have anything to do, just okay, just shows acceptance, right? But I knew that Anil's face. When he discovered the theft would show only a touch of sadness. So he knew Anil very much, and he knew that when Anil will discover the theft, he will only show a touch of sadness, not for the loss of money, but for the loss of trust. Means he trusted the boy, and that boy betrayed with him. That's why he will just show kind of sadness, right? Now, I found myself in the Maidan. That means open field or kind of park ground, okay, in the Maidan, and sat down on a bench. So park basically benches. The night was chilly, pretty much cold. It was early November, so winter, and a light drizzle added to my discomfort. What is drizzle? Very soft rain, mild rain. Right? So you watch cricket match, right? So and then you could have heard this term that it is drizzling, right? Means very soft rain, mild rain. So light drizzle added to my discomfort. It was chilly night, right? So cold night, and now the drizzling. So it's obvious that someone, okay, might be means feel discomfort. So here same thing, so added to my discomfort, means not comfortable. Soon it was raining quite heavily. It started to rain quite heavily. My shirt and pajamas stuck to my skin. So if it rains, it's normal that your shirt, pants will stuck to your skin. And a cold wind blew the rain across my face. Cold wind was blowing, and that blew the rain across my face. That was hitting to his face. I went back to the bazaar and sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. So went to the bazaar market and sat down in the shelter. And the shelter of the clock tower. Means in a very big stand or building, and on the above there is kind of clock. There was shelter and he was sitting. The clock showed midnight, means 12. I felt for the notes, so means just he was feeling, okay, means he just touched the notes. They were damp, means wet, because it was raining. That's why the notes were damp or wet from the rain. Anil's money, so not his money, he said, that he confessed. In the morning, he would probably have given me 2 or 3 rupees to go to the cinema. In the morning, most possibly, he could have given me 2 rupees or 3 rupees to go to the cinema. But now I had it all. He had all the money. I couldn't cook his meals, run to the bazaar to learn to write whole sentences anymore. So, what he was basically doing, cooking foods, okay, then buying the necessary items from the bazaar and learning to write sentences. So, now he need not to do anything, right? I had forgotten about them in the excitement of the theft. So we had forgotten about them in the excitement of the theft, right? Whole sentences. He had forgotten everything. I knew could one day bring me more than a few hundred rupees. So if he could have learned whole sentences, then he knew that all these sentences means this knowledge, okay, on this knowledge will help him to earn money, right? So a few hundred rupees, and that must be the right track. It was a simple matter to steal, and sometimes just as simple to be caught. Simple matter to steal, and sometimes just as simple to be caught. And sometimes someone catches him, okay, or he gets caught. But to be a really big man, a clever and respected man, was something else. To be a really big man means popular man, clever, respected man, was something else. I should go back to Anil, I told myself, if only to learn to read and write. Now, see, the touch of education, knowledge, is kind of bringing a change in his self. He is thinking twice to steal. So after stealing, also, he couldn't take the money, he couldn't catch the train, he was hesitating, right? So, that is the fact. I should go back to Anil, I told myself, if only to learn to read and write. I hurried back to the room feeling very nervous. Hurried means went back quickly. I feel very nervous. For it is much easier to steal something than to return it undetected. So it was easier to steal, but it was very difficult to return, to go back and to return the money, and that with undetected means unnoticed, unwatched. I opened the door quietly without making a noise, then stood in the doorway. Doorway means the gate in moonlight. Clouded moonlight. Anil was still asleep, in sleep. I crept to the head of the bed where he was just lying, sleeping. So he went near his head, and my hand came up with the note. So he took out the note pockets. I means from his waist actually. Then I felt his breath on my hand. So means he was taking breaths. Okay, he was breathing. Then he was releasing. Okay, and just inhaling oxygen, releasing carbon dioxide. So all the air just was touching his hand. Okay. Then I remained still for a minute. He didn't say anything. He didn't do anything. He stood still. Then my hand found the edge of the mattress, the side of the mattress, and slipped under it with the notes, and then slipped. Just put my hand under the mattress very secretly. Then so I kept the money. Okay. Then I awake late next morning. Awake late, not early, to find that Anil had already made the tea. Then he discovered that Anil had already made the tea. He stretched out his hand towards me. He extended his hand towards me. There was a 50 rupee note between his fingers. 50 rupee notes between his fingers. My heart sank. Means he became frightened. As he thought, now he just understood that his money, means I stole his money. Okay, now he is giving me the money and just telling me to just leave the room. I thought I had been discovered, that I stole his money. I made some money yesterday, he explained, and he said, I made some money yesterday. Now you will be paid regularly. You will be paid regularly on regular basis. My spirits rose. Means that time my heart sank. My spirits rose. Means my mind, means I am become happy from the bottom of my heart. Okay, I become happy. But when I become happy from the bottom of my heart, but when I took the note, I saw it was still wet from the night's rain. Today we will start writing sentences, he said. He knew, but neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything. He knew that I stole his money, but neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything. Means he didn't behave oddly. I smiled at Anil in my most appealing way, attractive way, and the smile came by itself naturally, without any effort, without any kind of artificial effort. The smile came naturally. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Now you will do the question answers.